gardener, so this is a big learning curve for me. We built this house, we started it about 3 years ago, and it's been ongoing, and it's the biggest garden we've ever had, and I've got lots of plans, and one day I'd love a really, really beautiful garden, but we've got a long way to go with it. We've got 3 children ranging in age between 16 and 5, so a lot of our time's taken up. We both work, we part-time, I get 2 days off a week, but it's a lot of time to find, and it's a big garden to do, so we're getting there gradually. We've got plans this year, and I'm going to talk you through some of them, and hopefully we'll see an improvement by certainly summer. This is my vegetable patch. I started it last spring, and it's put together with scaffolding boards at the moment. It's I did try to grow some veg last year, but it all went terribly wrong, largely because the gravel wasn't down, I think, and everything just got attacked by slugs and snails, and I think I put marigolds along the middle, and they lasted all of 10 days before they were completely annihilated. So this year, anyway, it's mid-February, I suppose, but I hope that we'll get some gravel down this year. We'll dig out the beds and start again. It's all a learning curve as far as I'm aware. There is a little end further up there that also I've got some bricks left over from the build, so I'd like to make some sort of circular beds to grow herbs and maybe a few flowers in as well. So that's my plan for there. There is, believe it or not, under here a path that we will also dig out. In this corner we've got some crates and bits and pieces that we're going to make a proper compost heap, so that's all going to be a lot neater there. So hopefully, I should hope by the end of May this will be looking a lot better, but I'll show you the progress as we go along. This is my flower bed. It gets full sun here, so it's got lots of plants that should react well to the sun. Now, I put in lots of new plants last summer, and it's digging out the weeds, which I've been doing a bit over sort of the Christmas holidays. It's trying to make sure that I don't dig out the plants that I want, as a lot of them have sort of disappeared, but they should come back. Also, I need to move a couple of the ones that I was advised to put at the front, but they're too big. I'd like to plant some roses here. I absolutely love roses, so that's my intention, to put some more roses in when I see what's going to come back. But I haven't quite finished weeding it. I've just got the end to go to here. We've got an apple tree at the front here. There's a ceanothus growing by the hedge there. Then, oh no, this is a cherry tree at the front actually, and then it's an apple tree in the middle, a small apple, and then it's a crab apple, I think it is actually, and then at the end it's a snowball tree. But I can't remember what the official name is for it. Anyway, there's also carnations. I remember those clumps that you can see, and various other plants that I can't remember exactly what I've got, but I'm going to find out. There's some tulips that should be beginning maybe to come up, I'm not sure, but being so new to gardening, this is, as I said, a real ongoing project that I'll take you with me as hopefully we achieve some success. In here is a little sort of glade area. I call it the glade, and I absolutely love it. It's my favourite area of the garden, and I'd really like to get some fairy lights and everything set up and make it quite a magical looking area in there. I'll take you in a minute. We have lots of snowdrops growing in the garden, as you might be able to see just at the front here, so I'd like to get more. And I also, what we don't have is bluebells, and I mean, what's a wood without bluebells? I really need to get some bluebells to go in there. But I'm trying to encourage the grass to grow, and we've done a lot of cutting back. It was really quite overgrown, so around the edges my husband, bless him, has been out working really hard trying to make some sense of it. That was last summer, so this summer we'll carry on and hopefully we'll achieve it. So this is the glade, and this is the area inside it, and I'm going to lift you up, hopefully not too shakily, and show you around. So it's sort of a little circular area in there, in amongst the trees. That contraption at the back is sort of a thing that my son, who's 13, was beginning to try and build and turn into something, but I'm not sure it's actually going to come to anything, and I don't actually like it in here because this, as I said, is a kind of pretty area. It looks a lot better in the summer when there's more greenery, so I want to really think about how I can fill in the spaces a bit, but flowers, I love flowers, and I really want to find some flowers that will work in the shade and just make this a really, really magical area. It's got some snowdrops, and we'll get round to the bluebells, but yeah, I do love this little area. What it needs really is a little sort of movable fire pit in the middle as well, which we could light in the summer and have some nice evenings in here with the fairy lights and everything, but we'll get there. This is the wood pile. It's in the middle of the trees and we need to clear this out. This was what was left over from the trees that we had to cut down, unfortunately, to build the house, although I will say that the vast majority of them were actually dangerous, so it wasn't too sad cutting them down. We were originally going to put in log burners, so we were going to dry these and use them, but we decided to go with ethanol burners instead, which was just easier to incorporate into the build at the time. So we have all this wood that I don't quite know what to do with. I guess I could offer it out. I think some of the bigger pieces have been taken into the village actually to use as sort of stops to stop people parking on bits of grass, which is quite nice. I look at them and feel quite proud that they're ours, or were ours. But yes, so this is going to be sort of quite a mammoth task, I think, at some time to move all this out. More snowdrops under the trees there. I've got plenty of snowdrops and I really, really like them. We really do need to kind of tidy this area up, but also leave it quite natural. So that's going to be a job as well. All this, these sort of twiggy bits that you see here growing, they sort of grow quite dense in the summertime, so probably we should cut some of them back now to try and leave some space around the trees, because it does get quite crowded in here when they all come into leaf. But there you go, so we can look back here and see the little glade that I've spoken about. We have had lots and lots of elder, which has been a bit of a problem because the stuff grows. Once you've got it, you'll know it grows like wildfire. Last summer my husband took a lot of it out, but we're going to have to try and keep on top of it. It grows all the way through. I wanted him to keep some of them. That one there, right in front of us, that's elder, and they do create some nice flowers and berries, and I have made elderflower cordial, which has been nice. But he actually uncovered this, which is really, really quite beautiful. Not entirely sure what it is. I think you call that a variegated leaf, but I could be wrong. In fact, I could be entirely wrong, so please do correct me if I am. Learning, as I said. I'll walk you through here a bit. This was all brambles, and we've taken all of that out. Found some more snowdrops, and there's sort of a quite dense area of wooded bits here, which grows quite dense, well, much more dense, I suppose, in the springtime, so we might try and cut that back and open it up more. That there in front of us is actually a rhododendron, and that looks really pretty. So I'm hoping, having pulled all the brambles off it, that will actually expand a bit. We've also got some little holly trees as well. There's a little holly tree there, and that one is also a holly. But some of these trees are very, very old, or sort of planted in Victorian times. There's a dead one there that came down in storms. This, I'm not sure what this is, but it's got holly growing all around the bottom of it. But again, it's all quite pretty and all quite rustic and wild, but it's sort of, I don't want to take the wildness away too much, but I want to tame it and sort of look like, not managed, but almost sort of slightly controlled. Here we're right by the road, as you can see, and it's we're on the edge of a village, and it does get a bit noisy where people are travelling way faster than they should have done. We've got lots of snowdrops growing here, and they do look pretty. We have violets as well a bit later on. I'll show you those. This we have to constantly collect wood from, because there's always bits of wood falling off the trees. There's a pile there. We do have a sort of bonfire that we have going occasionally, but you have to be careful with bonfires, don't you? You don't want to do it on a really nice day when people have windows open, but at the same time you do need the weather to be somewhat calm and reasonable, so, and the bonfire to be dry. So I'll move you in a bit and show you, because we've actually got some lovely celandines. Our plan also at some point, whether we do it this year or next, because we're actually going to do the drive a bit better this year as well, is to grow a hedge along the front there. So as you can see, it's a very old Victorian fence, and it doesn't actually work as much of a sound barrier. So yes, we're going to I'm going to put a... It'll also bring a bit more privacy to the garden actually, which will be nice. These are winter aconites and snowdrops, and this area does look lovely when they're all out. I think the aconites are actually going over slightly, but yeah, lots of trees down, bits of branches and stuff, rather than trees I suppose, down from the winter storms. Another of those really pretty little trees growing there. Again, my husband has taken out quite a lot of stuff to open it all up a bit, but yeah, it's beginning to look nice. We need to send the children on a wood hunt again, I think, but yes, it is really pretty, and when the violets come through later as well, it does look really lovely in here. We'll see how that fits onto the rest of the garden. What we do get occasionally is people coming back from the pub and throwing their rubbish over, which is a little bit annoying. Yes, lots of snowdrops. I don't know how well they pick up on the camera, but they do look pretty. You can see here, to give you some context, that's the wood pile in there, and that's through to the main area of the garden, which acts as a play space and rugby field and French cricket field and all sorts in the summer. It's nice to entertain. This is the front of the house and the driveway that we are making slightly bigger so that people can park in front of the house, and also getting new edges and gravel and everything put down hopefully over the next couple of weeks, make the entrance look better. It's still very much a work in progress here, but hopefully that'll just make it look a little more finished at the front. This area here is going to be a patio this summer. As you can see, with the children and sort of being left to their own devices out here, it's a bit of a muddle at the moment, but it'll all be tidied away eventually. The toys will be put away. That table there holds a pizza oven in the summer, but yes, all this is going down to patio this summer, so that'll be a lot nicer to come out on the gravel. Weedy gravel, I will say. Was quite annoying last summer, and again, for entertaining, it's just nicer to have a patio, isn't it? And we do like having friends. So that's my garden. That's a bit of a tour around the garden on this very sort of gloomy, drizzly February day, although it is my birthday, I will say. And as you can see, it's a lot of project, a lot of sort of half-started stuff that we've just run out of time or wanted to move on to something else. You can see the garage isn't finished yet either, so it's still an ongoing thing, but it's really exciting too. In my head I can see lots of things that I'd like to do. I'd like to set up a little sort of sunshine patio as well at the far side of the garden by the flower bed, but I think that might be a couple of years yet while we sort out the other stuff. It's exciting, and it's exciting at this time of year to sort of think ahead. Over the next couple of weeks I'll be buying seeds sort of to plant some pots up again, grow in the patio window there. I haven't quite got a greenhouse yet, so that's on my list as well, but I haven't worked out where that's going. But yeah, it'll be a fun thing to do this summer, and I'm looking forward to spending time in the garden and actually enjoying it as it starts looking nicer.